Hello everyone, welcome back to Old Iron Farm Toys. Today we're going to be taking a look here at something I got from Outback Toys. So I got this from my aunt. Well, I basically picked it out. She just bought it type of deal. Did some work for her. So, but anyways, a lot of you guys probably know what is in this. It comes in pretty similar packages as with my last ever, or not one of the last ever, but one of my other case reviews. But I'm going to pause it here and I'm going to get this open. Got it open here. I'm assuming a good chunk of you guys are going to know what this is, but it'll come. Today I'm excited to be unboxing and reviewing with you guys the CR11. So I have been waiting for this combine to come out, and it came out a few weeks ago. I got it. So this celebrates 50 years of New Holland twin rotor, and it also is the 2025 Farm Show, which last year's Farm Show for New Holland was 50 years New Holland balers, or square round balers. So what will next year be? 50 years of tractors? I don't know. Well, New Holland technically didn't start building tractors until they were working with Ford. But anyways, this comes in a pretty sweet package. I kind of wish it came in a package like this with the AF11 came in Farm Show, but it didn't, which that's no big deal. I'm not really worried about the package. But it does come in a pretty nice window box, so if you want to leave it in there and appreciate the model, you still can. Now on the back here, we have a nice picture of a CR11. I don't know if this is the United States or not, because it's got those trailers. You normally see those across the pond, or also across the sea. But on the side here, you have, this is a 775 horsepower, so engine horsepower, so that is a lot, which if you're, the size of heads you're pushing with this combine, you probably want it. It also has a 20,000, I'm assuming that's like liters, not bushels, 20,000 liter grain tank capacity, and then it has a 15.9 FPL engine there, and it's got a 104 rotor length, inches probably. No, not it. Well, yeah, it might be inches. And then a couple other things on there, but you could get the CR11 in there. But we are going to get this thing out of the package for you guys. I guess take a look at the top of the box. But yeah, I am excited to get this. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to get this out of the package. Well, we got it out of the package here, and I'm going to say this thing looks sharp. Now, I'm planning on getting the version with duals that's coming out. And then I would also really like to get the chase units to this, but I don't know, we'll see if I can get those. I got last year's Farm Show Chaser, but this year we will see, because chase units can get pretty pricey unless you can get a good deal on them. But I got a pretty good deal on my New Holland chase unit set last year. But I don't know. There's 2 chase units for this. But anyways, first glance, this thing looks awesome. I love the new decaling on these CR11s. I just think they look very good. Now, like we do in most of our combine reviews, we're going to take a look at the heads. So we're going to set the machine itself off to the side. So, then we'll also compare it to the AF11 later on into the video. So first we're going to take a look at the corn head. So this comes with a pretty nice 16-row corn head. This is going to kind of be, basically going to be the exact same as the case. But it has an auger there, which does move. And then you do have all of your teeth on there, which are painted black, which I think that really does look nice. Get your white tips on there. New Holland logo. I wish they'd put logos on them, but they just don't. Or decals, like the model number. Then you got augers on the side there. PTO shafts. Even some nice detail on the bottom of the machine. Flashers, I guess, kind of there. Or, yeah, I guess they'd be flashers. But I have taken a look at this corn head before, just the red version. So this version really isn't crazy, but it does look good on that CR11, which we'll put it on there in a minute. Now we have our draper. Now, I really like the way that these look. I really just like how it says, like the decal on there says by MacDon. I think that's just a really nice touch to it. So it does roll. Got those tires on the bottom. You got all of your reels here. Got 3 separate reels. This is a draper. So it's got your belts on there. Drapers have belts, and then just a standard old grain head has got an auger, like the corn head. It's crazy to think that they had to quit putting augers and they had to start doing drapers, which, I don't know, it is what it is, but I know there's on some of the smaller models, they still do augers, on some smaller head models, but very good looking head. Flashers on the back, you know, just good looking detail. So we'll also put that on the CR11 later on. But now, we got the icing on top of the cake. So, the first thing we're going to take a look on it, or we're going to take a look on the toy, is we are going to take a look at the front, like we do in most of the reviews. We start at the front, work our way to the back. So you have a very nice feeder housing on it, and then you do have those little, got your little pegs that kind of go out to obviously hook on your head. It does raise and lower. Did they fix the head problem? Slim chance, because this is pretty much the same casting as the CR11. Or, sorry, the AF11. This is the CR11 right here. I don't know if I think it's the draper head that's got the issues. Can't really get it to click on there. I don't really want to break it, so I'm just not gonna put it on. But we can put that 16-row corn head on her. Oh yeah, that looked good. 16-row head's massive, but they're starting to make 18-row heads now. So, but nice looking cab interior. You do have your New Holland logo on the seat. Holland logo down there. Headlights. Mirrors on there. Looks like maybe headlights on the mirrors. Flasher, which does move. Good feeder housing detail. Railing on there. If you're fired extinguisher. Then you got your flasher hiding right there. Going up into the cab, I do like how they have you can't really see it. But there is a little bit of blue. There's some blue sticker on the steering wheel. Not on the steering wheel, on like the monitor. So that is pretty neat. They did actually fix the steering wheel on this compared to the AF11. It's not just a circle, so that is a plus. So, CR11, we got the CR logo, and then on top, they painted our GPS, so ertl. That looks a lot nicer. And you can tell they did improve things on this casting compared to the AF11. The AF11, why like there were some things that could have been better, could have been worse, is because that was a toy that combine had just been launched, and they started working on that toy. So, but for being such a new combine and getting a toy out on it, that's pretty good. If you want to see the review on the AF11, easiest way to find it is go to my case, go to the playlist, and just go to the case one, unless you want to scroll through all the videos. That might take a little bit longer. So, you do have some, looks like say windows, right? Got a window right there. Got your door, looks like 2025 Farm Show. Love that decal on it. And then tracks look awesome. And they do roll, so that is a plus. Big Bad CR11 stripe on there. I just really like that stripe. Love the way it looks. And you got black kind of going down. Black fender deal right there. And I think you got your black paint. Now these combines aren't built well. So these combines, I believe it's like 25% of the production is built in the United States of the CR11s. And then the rest of it is built in Belgium, I believe is where they're produced. I could be wrong on the percentage. It might be 50-50. I don't really know. But you do have a nice grain tank, which does look good. GPS grain tank looks beautiful on this combine. CR11 on the back there, good looking decal. Your auger, got that big old auger, which if you're running 55 foot heads, you're going to need that auger. I'm not going to click the heads on, but that's a nice big auger on that. And then you do have your Holland on the back, slow moving vehicle, flashers, and then your headlights, New Holland logo vents. Then you do have your chaffer on the back there, which that looks pretty nice as well. And on the top of this toy, you see there's also detail. ertl wrote it. If there was a spot, ertl put detail on it. They didn't just really leave any spots in this combine without detail, but you have the New Holland logo, and then like your engine and all that. I think that's a pretty cool detail. You can actually see the exhaust cover, so I think that's a very nice detail. Then you got your rear tires here, which they do steer, which I do like that, you know. I think it looks good, kind of being steered from a certain angle. And then underneath, see that chaffer once again, made in Vietnam. Which, I think toys might, like, farm toys might be cheaper if they're made in the U.S., but, yeah, overall, this is a beautiful combine. I would highly recommend getting one, and there's just tons of detail. I mean, there's still detail. I didn't really cover, like, detail up between the track and then, like, your fender there. Then underneath, kind of already took a look at it, but still underneath there's some detail. Beautiful combine. Now I'm going to go compare it. We're going to go grab a couple other combines to compare this thing to. Now we have the AF11 and then one of the more other previous New Holland combines. So the main difference I see on the AF11, that's not like casting wise or like decal, is they did do the cab interior. You actually have a better steering wheel in there now. And then another thing I like more on the CR11 than the AF11 is I do like how on the top, like I wish this was painted yellow, the New Holland decal, things would look a lot better. But things I'm noticing There's no like blue cap unless I didn't see it, but I don't really see a blue cap for the fuel on there. The AF11 does have that, so but not a crazy big deal. Always put it on there yourself. So we're gonna put this junk red combine out of the way, and this was New Holland's previous biggest model until they launched this guy. So one thing you can definitely tell is the AF11's a tad bit taller and a hair wider, I believe. And then this doesn't really this doesn't make sense, as I don't know why they wouldn't just do the farm show decaling on there the same, but is what it is. It's the same way on the AF11 how it is on the CR11, but a lot bigger auger. Like, there's a ton bigger auger. Like, just looking at the boots, can't really see that, but just comparing the boots, yeah, a lot bigger auger on the CR11, which you're pushing a lot bigger head and you're gotta move a lot more grain through the system. But yeah, would I recommend it? Yes, I would. Be careful though who you like buy them from, like on eBay. Well, like I don't think these people are going to like send you a broken toy, but like prices, there's people selling them for $100 on eBay, the normal units. Go buy them off Outback Toys. They're like $48, not terrible. I would highly recommend this combine if you like New Holland, if you just like combines at all. But I just really think this combine looks awesome. I would highly recommend getting it. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe down below. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers by August. So I think that's possible if all you guys watching right now likes and subscribes. But I'll beat the 2025 Half Century Progress Show, the 2025 Classic Green Reunion, and hopefully the 2025 Farm Progress Show. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Old Iron Farm Toys out.